Tidinma never imagined that the day her mother died would also be the day her suffering began. Because after her mother's funeral, the only protection she had in the world disappeared. And when her father remarried, the new woman in the house brought something far worse than grief. She brought cruelty.
Ada grew up in a quiet village, surrounded by palm trees and red, dusty roads. Her mother was the kindest woman anyone could know. She protected Ada from every hardship. But one year, a terrible sickness struck. Within weeks, Ada's mother passed away. The house became empty. The laughter disappeared. Ada tried to stay strong for her father, Mr. Okeke. But people in the village began whispering, "A man cannot live alone. You need a wife." At first, Mr. Okeke refused, but loneliness slowly convinced him. Finally, he remarried. The woman he married was named Mama Clara. She came with her daughter, Vivian. At first, they smiled and acted kind, but their kindness did not last long, and Ada was about to discover their true nature. Within weeks, Ada's life in her own home changed forever. She was no longer treated like a daughter. She had become something else entirely, a servant. Mama Clara slowly began poisoning Mr. Okeke's mind. "She is lazy. She disrespects me. She refuses to help in the house." These lies slowly changed the father's attitude toward Ada. Soon, Ada became nothing more than a servant. She woke before sunrise, she fetched water from the stream, she washed piles of clothes, she cooked every meal. Meanwhile, Vivian did nothing. She spent her days dressing beautifully and gossiping with friends. But Ada endured everything quietly. She believed patience would eventually bring peace. She had no idea something unexpected was about to happen. The luxury car stopped in front of Mr. Okeke's house. Villagers gathered immediately. No one had ever seen such an expensive car in the village before. A young man stepped out wearing an expensive suit. His name was Kelvin. He carried gifts, fine wine, beautiful fabrics, money. Then he said something shocking. He had come to ask for Ada's hand in marriage. The entire house fell silent. Vivian could not believe it. Why would such a rich man choose Ada instead of her? What nobody knew was the truth. Kelvin was not rich. He had borrowed everything: the car, the clothes, the gifts. He simply wanted Ada to believe he was successful. But this lie was about to create chaos. That night, Vivian looked at Kelvin's expensive gifts and whispered to her mother, "That man should be mine." Mama Clara began plotting immediately. She spoke to Mr. Okeke. "Vivian is older. If the man is rich, she should marry him first." At first, Mr. Okeke resisted, but greed slowly entered his heart. The next morning, he called Ada. What he said shattered her heart. "You must step aside. Vivian will marry Kelvin instead." Ada could not believe it. The man who came for her was being taken away, and her own father was allowing it. Tears filled her eyes, but she respected her father too much to argue. She agreed, and that moment changed everything. But just as the fake rich man was being taken from Ada, another man quietly entered the village. A man everyone believed was poor. The new man's name was Daniel. Unlike Kelvin, he arrived with nothing. No expensive clothes, no luxury car, just simple clothes and calm confidence. Daniel came asking for Vivian's hand in marriage. Vivian burst into laughter. "You think I will marry a poor man?" She mocked him in front of everyone.
Daniel did not argue. He simply turned and walked away. But outside the gate, he saw Ada crying. He stopped. He spoke kindly to her. And for the first time in a long time, Ada felt someone truly cared. What nobody in the village knew was this: the poor man they had just rejected was secretly a billionaire. Weeks passed. Daniel began visiting Ada often. They talked, they laughed, they shared their struggles. Meanwhile, Kelvin's lies began falling apart. People started questioning his wealth. Soon, the truth came out. Kelvin was not rich at all. Vivian felt humiliated. But before the family could recover from the embarrassment, something even more shocking happened. One afternoon, several luxury cars drove into the village. Bodyguards stepped out, and in the middle of them was Daniel, the poor man they had insulted. But now he looked completely different. Elegant suit, luxury convoy, confidence. The entire village was stunned. Daniel walked straight to Ada, and then he said something that shocked everyone. "I came for the woman who truly deserves me." Daniel revealed the truth. He was one of the richest businessmen in the city. He had disguised himself as a poor man to find someone with a genuine heart. Vivian regretted everything. Mama Clara could not even speak. Mr. Okeke lowered his head in shame. They had rejected a billionaire and mistreated the daughter who deserved him. Daniel then turned to Ada. He knelt down and asked her to marry him. Tears of joy filled Ada's eyes. She accepted. Their wedding became the biggest celebration the village had ever seen. Music filled the air. People danced everywhere. And the girl who was once treated like a servant became the most respected woman in the village. Sometimes, people judge others by appearance, but true worth is hidden in the heart. And the person you reject today may become the blessing you regret tomorrow.